Hello, I'm Susan Scoggins. I'm a speech pathologist with Houston Area Parkinson's Society, and I'm here to do another speech video for this month. What we work on is breath support, swallowing, cognitive or critical thinking exercises, voice, strength of voice. I do think I did say breath support, swallowing, and thinking exercises. So we're going to go through some exercises, and I recommend that you work on them every day. You can just replay this video, or I'll discuss each one, and they're pretty much standard what I do every month. Okay, the first one is saying ah sound, and you're holding it for about 20 seconds. So we'll do that. Here we go. Taking a big deep breath. Here we go. Great. Take a couple of breaths here and we'll do it again. Big breath. And we start. Good. Take a few breaths here. We'll do it in just a few moments. Okay, big breath here. Good. And we'll do it one more time with a big breath, and here we go. Great. Next on the list that we usually work on is the inflections of our voice, keeping that high pitch as we speak. We talk in, our intonation fluctuates, whether it's we're asking a question, it goes up at the end, or we make a statement, it goes down at the end where the period is. So what we're doing is we're doing a high-pitched E, one right after another, holding it for 3 to 5 seconds, and that's the upper superior laryngeal muscles pulling that larynx up, which is part of making the inflections or the varying pitches in our voice. So one right after another. Here we go. Good again. Good again. Again. And again. Great. Next on the list is for swallowing, and it's called the Masako. And the purpose of the Masako is to move that posterior pharyngeal wall, that wall that's in the back of your mouth, moving it forward, working that muscle there. Normally the base of the tongue moves back, the wall moves forward just a bit, but the base of the tongue's doing most of the work. Well, if the tongue's further in front, then that wall has to work a little harder. So you're biting your teeth, you're biting your tongue with your teeth and your lips, and then you're swallowing. Do that about 5 times. You may not need to stop the video to do that. And if it's difficult to swallow with a dry mouth, take a sip of water and swallow it normally. And then you have some residuals in the mouth that you can do a second swallow, or what we call a dry swallow. So that was called the Masako, and I would pause and do it about 5 times, but you're sticking your tongue between your teeth and your lips and you're anchoring it. And you can kind of see my neck move in doing a swallow. The next one is the Mendelssohn. Mendelssohn is a very good exercise in lifting that, what we have is a hyoid bone, lifting it up and towards the chin. That helps flip the epiglottis over, and that also opens up the upper esophageal sphincter, which is that goes to the esophagus which is the part of the esophagus and goes down to the stomach. So with this one, we're stopping in the middle of the swallow. Our epiglottis is flipped over our airway, and we're not able to breathe. So you can see a little bit of strain on my face when I do this. So I'm gonna do a swallow with Mendelssohn. And then I'm releasing. So you're trying to hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds doing that, which does help the epiglottis, the epiglottis covering the airway, making it a little bit safer. The third exercise for swallowing is called the Shakur, and that is where you're laying flat on a bed or a firm surface like the floor or a rug, and you lift only the head up. You keep your shoulders on the ground and you look at your toes, and you're trying to do that for 60 seconds. So in that case, and it's not easy to do on video, but what you're doing is you're laying firm and just lifting your head up, and that works the muscles that are exterior muscles. So we were working the interior muscles of this involved in swallowing, and now you're kind of working the exterior muscles which support the interior muscles. Okay, next on the list is cervical exercises. So this exercise is working with the muscles for turning your head, turning your head, ear to shoulder, kind of lost my train of thought. And so this is still also part of voice, and it's also part of swallowing. So chin to the right shoulder, and we're gonna hold for about 10 seconds. Ideally, I'd like for you to hold for 20 seconds, but in the interest of time, we're gonna do about 10 seconds. Then you're, just so that you know how you're doing it, then you're taking your chin to your left shoulder, drop your right, and let's hold for about 10 seconds. Ideally, you can stop this once you see this and redo it and try to hold it for 20 seconds. Okay, next is right ear to right shoulder, drop your left shoulder, pull it back, chin to a clock. So you want your chin, so you're stretching all the way down through the shoulder, from the chin to the shoulder, and we're holding for about 10 seconds. And then left ear to left shoulder, drop your right, pull it back, chin to about 10 o'clock. And let's hold for about 10 seconds. Okay, ideally let's just stop the video and practice those. Those are very good. The last one of those exercises is just chin to chest, holding it for about 20 seconds. We'll do it for about 10. So we want to stretch the muscles on both sides of the cervical spine. All right, last exercise that we do in my class is a breathing exercise. This has helped to build up breath support. So you're going to inhale through the nose for a count of 3, exhale for a count of 8, and we'll do it about 5 times. So inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great. All right, we've got the exercises out of the way, and those are, ideally, try to do them every day. It works on your breath support, your strength of your voice, the swallowing, and cognitive exercises. And I think I got everything there. All right. Last thing that I usually do is a kind of a thinking exercise. So I'm gonna say, this is called Odd Man Out. I'm gonna say 3 or 4 words, and one of them doesn't belong with the group, and we have to figure out which one it is and why. So if I say snowflake, elephant, tree, and automobile, one of those doesn't belong. Snowflake, because it doesn't have a trunk, and the others do. Let's do another one. The letter C, the letter L, all capitals. Let's make sure we understand that. Letter C, capital L, capital V, capital X, and capital Z. What do at least 4 of them have in common and 1 of them doesn't? You probably thought of Z because all the others are Roman numerals. Let's try another one. Meg, Jo Beth, Amy, and Mary. Okay, because I kind of made a mistake here. Meg, Jo Beth, Mary, and Amy. Mary doesn't belong. I'll have to research this one because Mary, it was not one of the little the sisters in Little Women. All right, let's do this one. All capitals. URL, HTTP, PDF, ESP, and www. I think this one is probably pretty easy. It would be ESP because it's not part of a computer. Good. All right, let's do this one. Berlin, Brussels, Bonn, B-O-N-N, Baden. One of them doesn't belong. All 3 of them are German towns: Berlin, Bonn, and Baden. Brussels does not belong. Okay, let's try this one. On Golden Pond, The Devil Wears Prada, Kramer versus Kramer, and Sophie's Choice. One of them doesn't belong. I don't have the answer to that. On Golden Pond, The Devil Wears Prada. Well, heck, let's skip that one. I forgot to write the answer on that one down. I think, okay, I own Golden Pond doesn't have the actress that played in The Devil Wears Prada and Kramer versus Kramer and Sophie's Choice. I don't remember her name. Okay, typical of me, I always have an error. Okay, let's do the next one. Huntington, WV, West Virginia. Trenton, NG, New Jersey. Baltimore, Maryland, and Richmond, Virginia. One of them doesn't belong. Trenton doesn't belong because it's not south of the Mason-Dixon line. All right, very good. Well, thank you for joining me. Of course, Susan has an error in our workouts, but anyway, it's good to visit with you. Please practice your exercises. I think that's the most important thing to be doing. It does work on your breath support, the strength of your voice, the loudness of your voice, because the loudness of the voice is the effect of good breath support. So, working on the breath support, working on the swallowing, and one of the other exercises that I didn't do today, but you can do on your own, is pucker and hold that for 60 seconds. This works on the orbicularis oris muscle and it stretches this. So part of Parkinson's as it progresses is that you're producing saliva, but you're not swallowing as often as you usually do. And then you start losing tension in the lips, and then you have the drooling. So what we want to do is kind of avoid that. So puckering the lips for 60 seconds and then smiling for 60 seconds. You're working this muscle, the labial seal there. Okay, I'll see you next time. Again, my name is Susan Scoggins. I'm a speech pathologist with HAPS. All right, thank you.